Hello everyone, my name is Kirill, you are on the AutoAdviser channel. Today we will talk about the aerodynamics of the car. Do you know what prevents a car from accelerating endlessly? This is air resistance. Even the 1000 horsepower Bugatti Veyron has a top speed approximately 400 km per hour, and then all the power goes precisely to air resistance. The problem is also that the force of air resistance depends on the square of the speed. That is, when the speed changes from 100 km per hour to 3 km per hour, the resistance force increases in 9 times. Also, you must understand that the force of air resistance depends on the design of the car, namely, from the area of frontal resistance and from the coefficient of aerodynamic resistance. I hope you understand, the smaller these parameters, the better the drag coefficient. It is determined either with the help of a wind tunnel or with the help of computer simulation. I think everyone has seen how cars are blown in wind tunnel. But the most modern way to determine the drag coefficient is computer simulation. With the help of powerful computers and numerical simulations methods, it is at the design stage that the shape of the car is optimized. By the way, I personally participated in one project for modeling heavy vehicles. The fact is that there are cars with two trailers. So between these trailers you can install special deflectors that reduce aerodynamic losses and thus reduce fuel consumption. If we return to passenger cars, then in modern cars the aerodynamic drag coefficient is approximately 0.4 or 0.35. To make it clear to you, an ordinary drop has an aerodynamic drag coefficient of approximately 0.04. Therefore, cars that have smooth shapes and look a bit like a drop will have the smaller coefficient of drag. It is curious that more teardrop-shaped car bodies were designed earlier. I want to make a reservation right away that beautiful cars with smooth shapes are likely to have a long drag coefficient. But raw, angular cars like the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG will have a high drag coefficient. Cars that look like a square have the worst aerodynamic qualities. Well, like Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, Hammer H2. And the best aerodynamic characteristics show more streamlined cars. Usually these are sedans that have a trunk, because the car doesn't end abruptly. There is a smooth transitional form that is all kind of models of Audi, Mercedes, BMW, Alfa Romeo and so on. Tesla Model 3 now has the longest aerodynamic drag coefficient. From this we can make a conditional conclusion that it has smooth and beautiful shapes, it has low aerodynamic drag. Although the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG also beautiful in its own way. Now let's talk about the car spoiler. Many don't even know why they really need a spoiler on the trunk lid. Some people think that this is just a decorative element, but in fact the spoiler is designed to reduce aerodynamic drag. That is, to reduce fuel consumption. Let's say this is the end of our car. That is the truck lid. So after it there are turbulences of the airflow, which increase the aerodynamic resistance and increase the consumption of the car. But if you put a spoiler here on the truck lid, then the airflow goes as if smoothly and the level of these turbulences decreases. At the same time, aerodynamic drag is reduced, which you would understand on a properly designed spoiler at a high speeds. A reduction in fuel consumption of up to 5% is achieved. Although most of the spoilers we see are decorative, they are too thick and placed on their own distance at their own places. Sports professional spoilers that reduce aerodynamic drag and also press to the ground are thin and are installed at certain distances and angles. Since we have already talked about spoilers, the second purpose of the spoiler is to create downforce. Downforce essentially presses the car to the surface of the road and allows it to effectively slow down. As evidence of this, watch the video about the Bugatti Veyron when downforce works. In addition, well-designed aerodynamics of the car can reduce the level of noise that occurs at high speeds from air currents. I hope this is understandable. And another function of aerodynamics is to reduce the level of body pollution. Who would have thought? It turns out that there are poorly designed cars in which everything files from the wheels fly to the body. And there is a well-designed aerodynamics cars where pollution from the wheels and from the road surface is minimal on their body. By the way, there is such a mass car, and so it has such black deflectors on the cabin. They are just the same design to ensure that the dirt doesn't fall on the body. And the last curious moment turns out that sport cars illegally designed in terms of aerodynamics can fly. If you don't believe me, look this video, please.
Make sure the slower cars see them. Here we go. Oh my god! Oh my god! The Mercedes has taken off.
And the final conclusion. Since we live on a planet that turns out to have an atmosphere, whether we like it or not, we must reckon with aerodynamics. I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, comments or suggestions, be sure to write it in the comments. Put like, subscribe to our channel, and all the best to you, and see you soon.